Hello, everybody. My name is Justin Serrano, and thank you so much for joining me today. We're here in week one with another discussion, this one being on systems and stockpiles. Above me, you can see the colorful bowl of fruit. This was part of our activity, selecting whether this is a system or a stockpile. I happen to select a stockpile, which I was wrong. And a fruitologist really goes into sharing how they see this as an interdependent system based off of the proximity of the fruit. They all play on each other and create experiences that are very impactful, leading to decomposition and hastened rottenness. And we can see how that can be translated into organizations. How organizations with different departments, different cultures, different leadership styles, employee experiences, and how they can all blend together to really create a different impact and outcome. So the two lenses, the two realities, it's really important as leaders that we are able to identify, discern, and differentiate the two. It's something that can really lead an organization down a path that may be suitable or may not be suitable. And it's important to know. So the stockpile view, look at it as departments and individuals are treated as isolated, interchangeable parts. We can see this as the silo effect, the silo feeling where you're all alone, or the interchangeable parts where you're the cog in the machine, that idiom where you're replaceable, right? And then we can see the systems view. All things, all parts are interdependent and are have purpose, right? There's not one thing that you can remove in a system that doesn't change or impact the experience of the whole. So we have here the stockpile mindset, linear thinking in action. So it's interesting enough to look at Lean 2008, and I'll pull it up real quick. It says here, if one believes that in the intermediate cause that gave rise to the event, one will look for quick fixes such as punishing the guilty party with penalty, indifferences, isolation, and criticism. And then it goes into how the linear thinker really doesn't see consequences and all that stuff like that. But then it goes into a lot more examples. So this is the blame game. So you identify a problem, you label that problem, you put a band-aid on that problem, you change out the piece that you feel is a problem, and you just look at symptoms and not the whole thing. So this is what the article Leon was talking about, how this quick fix idea and this linear thinking approach really can um, shape how organization is felt through a stockpile mindset. And the implications of that are, you can see here, we you can feel overwhelmed. You can feel that you're just a piece, like a piece of the whole, and that you being removed is would also be easily replaced. um you would have a low psychological safety. You would have feelings of unimportance, and though this is a stockpile organization, if you do have turnover, that will affect the whole organization, but that's ironically not understood in a stockpile. You're just removed, and the organization will go on. Yet they will be impacted, but we won't say anything about that. And then we lead into examples of systems. Dancing with Systems by Meadows 2024. This was awesome. I really enjoyed this article. This was like go with the flow, but very intimately. Identify where you are in all of the system and be able to address it appropriately. So these are three examples. There's 14. But like one, listen to feedback. Actively seek signals from all levels of the organization, not just formal reports, all of it, because it's all important. Observe over time. Behaviors and patterns must be tracked longitudinally, not snapshots, because things are missed between those snapshots. Expound boundaries of caring. Leaders must widen their circle of consideration, attending to indirect effects, unintended consequences, and long-term cultural health. All important, big deals. But there's 14 of them, so check those out. Implications of people in a system, right? This is the opposite. You have high psychological safety. People feel heard. They feel good about it. They don't have to worry. You have high collaboration, cross-functional department lean on each other. So marketing gets out the sales, which then leads into the techs or the technicians to build all that is needed. And lastly, here, this is what they look like. So as you can see, they are very much different, but yet very much important. Thank you so much for your time.